All right, guys. So we're going to go ahead and do math minute number 28 because it's the last math minute for the week. All right, Sarah has 3 dozen cookies. How many cookies is this? Well, 3 dozen. Remember, a dozen is 12 cookies, and she has 3 of them. So she has 3 dozen cookies. That's 12 times 3. That's 36 yummy, tasty, warm, gooey, chocolatey cookies. Okay, let's talk about the next question here. Next question is the hypotenuse is the longest side of the right triangle. So the hypotenuse is this side right here. It's always the side that's right across from the right angle. Which letter is beside the hypotenuse in this triangle? And it's C. See you soon. When you get older and you start talking about the Pythagorean theorem, you're going to know that A and B, A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. I know that means nothing to you now, but it will someday. Someday. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and add these mixed numbers. We have 3 1/3 plus 2 1/3. These are actually fairly simple fractions to add, so we don't have to worry about turning them into improper fractions before adding. I have 3 plus 2 is 5 whole, and 1/3 and 1/3 is 2/3. Moving right along. If n over 6 equals 1 over 2, what on earth is n? So I know that 2 times 3 is 6. So 1 times 3 is, well, just 3. And 1/2 of 6 is 3, so it would be 3/6. Number 5, use plus or multiplication, addition or multiplication to complete the problem. My denominator is remaining the same, so I'm going to assume that it's just addition, and 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Number 6, which of the following triangles would be the next in this pattern? So I'm rotating each time, right? I'm horizontal, then I'm pointing down, then I'm upside down, and then I'm going to point up. And so the only one there is A. Number 7, find the product in the third column. Columns hold things up, they're vertical. And I'm looking for the third one, counting in order, 1, 2, 3. And again, I want product. So I'm doing 1 times 6 times 7. So 6 times 7 is 42. 42 times itself is times 1 is still just 42. That's the identity property of multiplication. All right, number 8 and 9 are utilizing this graph over here to the side. These are grades in a math class, and they're A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's. That's why there's no E, they're grades. And the number of students that achieved each grade. According to the graph, how many students are getting an A for their math grade? So I've got my A's here, and I'm going to go over, 3 people. 3 students are getting A's in their math grade. Obviously, this is not reflective of our class because we have lots of kids getting A's. Number 9, according to the graph, are there more B's or D's? Well, here's B's. Oh, phew, look at that. D's are way down there. So the answer is there are more B's. Thank goodness. And last but not least, number 10, we have 6 times 0.2 or 2/10. We could do this in a number of ways. Yes, you could use a calculator, but what happens if you're in school and you don't have a calculator? So we could say, well, what's 6 over 1 times 2 over 10? And that's 12/10, which is equal to 1 and 2/10, which written as a decimal is 1 and 2/10. Same with 7 and 4/10. We have 7 times 0.4. We know that 7 times 4 is 28. I have 1 digit beyond the decimal in my original problem, so I'm going to have 1 digit beyond the decimal in my answer, so it's 2.8. And then we have 8 times half, or 8 times 5/10. And we know that 8 times 5 is 40. Again, we have 1 decimal past the 1 digit past the decimal in my original problem. So 1 digit past the decimal in my answer. And it's 4. And you can think about this one as 50 cents. If I have 8 50-cent pieces, 8 times 8 50-cent pieces is going to be $4. Never want to get that wrong. It could be the difference between getting $4.40 or even something smaller. That's it for the week. Don't forget, all of your Math Minute quiz problems come directly from the Math Minutes for the week. You had 25, 26, 27, and 28.